Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5 and I thought I would talk about Roman numerals, especially how they pertain to watches. Here lately I've been very interested in watches, not the digital quartz watch, but mechanical watches, although there's a place for every type of watch, far as, use, fashion, practicality, efficiency, there's about a watch for every kind of activity. But I've been really interested in mechanical watches. This one's also mechanical, but this one is see-through, so you can see the things moving around in there. But I thought I'd talk about Roman numerals because on a lot of the nicer watches and some of the cheap watches that are dressed up to look nice use Roman numerals. And so it's to me a cool trick, or not really trick, but it's cool knowledge to know how to read Roman numerals, especially since for the longest time in the Western world, Roman numerals were it. During the medieval time period, there were no Arabic numerals. By the way, these are Arabic numerals, so if you have a problem with, if you don't like Arabic numerals being called Arabic numerals, that's your own problem. But yes, these are the numbers that the Arabs came up with. So that's why they're called Arabic numbers. And these are the numbers that the Romans come up with, inspired by other places as well. Come on, focus. These are Roman numerals as opposed to Arabic numerals. And the interesting thing about Roman numerals is that these symbols are literally letters. That is literally an I. That's literally two I's. That is literally a V, an X. And there's also D, C, and M that represent all of the numbers you can come up with. Those letters can make up any number. In a sense, how the binary system of ones and zeros can represent anything, but that's a little bit different. So obviously you can kind of cheat at reading Roman numerals if you're not good at reading them by memorizing how the location of the number on the watch or clock. You can kind of cheat, say, hey, this is where the 1's supposed to be at, so that's a 1. That's where the 4's supposed to be at, so there's a 4. But in some cases, including my case, in the upright position with the crown pointing up, I think that's called the crown. I'm not an expert yet at watches. All the numbers go clockwise in order from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When this one is held in the vertical position, you notice that the 3 is in the upright position. And I can't read this through the viewfinder. Let me face it the correct orientation. So that is 9. So the 9 is actually facing down. So, and also something I feel is not important. It's not an important skill, but it's a good skill to be able to understand Roman numerals. Anything that makes you look, sound, or act smarter is a good thing. So you notice with Roman numerals, 1, 2, 3, then all of a sudden you get this IV. And you think to yourself, okay, they're moving up to a different standard of letter. They got 2 symbols here. But then you look at the 5, and the 5 is just a V, not a IVV or whatever, or a VI. There's 2 symbols for the 4, but 1 symbol for the 5, which is a V. Then you notice when it comes up to here, there's 2 symbols for the 9, but 1 symbol for the 10. The 9 is IX, and then X is just 10. So it's very confusing thinking that you're just going to move up one symbol, and then you get this single symbol that is actually has a higher interpretation than the 2 symbol Roman numeral. And also, something that you might not be aware of, this is Roman numerals for 4. This is also Roman numerals for 4. The original Roman numerals that the Romans used 4 eyes to represent the number 4. Now I'm going to get a pencil and paper and draw something out for you. This is actually paper that I did some cut test over, but it's still useful. And let's get the chain out of the way. Let's talk about the number 4 and 5. So number 4 can be represented by 4 eyes, or it can be represented with a eye and a 5. That's the symbol for 5. And then the 5 symbol is just a V. Now, something to keep in mind that when you're dealing with Roman numerals, you always put the higher number, like the V, in front of the I. But in this case, the I is in front of the V. So basically what this is a subtraction. You're subtracting 1 parallel from the 5 to get a 4. Now, why did they have 2 symbols for the number 4? They had the IV and the 4 eyes. Well, the original, or the traditional method for making the number 4 was used by the Romans, and they came up with this one to use in small spaces, like when they're doing a tombstone or small notes, they would use this one where space is limited. But in literature and you know, places where we have a lot of room to make marks, they would use this for the number 4. It's the same with number 9. Well, to a certain extent. 9 is a subtraction from 10. The X is a 10. Put a I in front of it, and you're taking 1 digit away from the 10 to make 9. Just like how this is 4 and that is 4. So to me that helps out understand Roman numerals a lot. Because when I was first trying to train myself to read Roman numerals, I was kind of cheating. I was memorizing the location of the Roman numerals, even though this one in the upright position is way off. This you have to open from the side and look at it with the crown pointing to the right. But then when I noticed that well, let's close it, that the Roman numerals had this kind of oddball methodology behind it, as far as the 5 is bigger than the 4, but yet the 4 has more symbols than the 5. So this was very confusing to me, and I had to look up the reason why, and I also had to figure out why that this was 4 and that is 4. It was very confusing to me, and there was good videos on YouTube explaining Roman numerals, what the D and the M and the C stand for, which is like 50, 100, and I can't remember what the other one is. But I just wanted to do this introduction, I can't say it, introduction video on Roman numerals, just to explain it a little bit. To me, it's cool information, and believe it or not, it's very, very simple. Although I can't remember the exact methodology, but it's relatively simple to do Roman numeral addition. It's a pretty simple concept. I kind of can grasp it, but it's not something I can do in this video because I'd have to look it up. I just recently learned about it. So that's it. Also, like I said, you put the biggest parallel or the biggest digit in front of the smaller digit. So we got a 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. That's 5, 6, 7. Of course, 6 is just a V and an I, so it's 5, 6. But then if you want the number 4, you got the 1 subtracting the 5 to make 4. So that's basically the video. Just a little just so you know that for your own curious information, this is the Elgin railroad grade watch, 23 joules, and this watch is worth a heck of a lot more than this watch, even though this watch is fancier looking. It has the gears and is a skeletonized pocket watch, but you can see right there that it's a 17 joule made in China. And there was some of the gears moving. You might find that cool. I love looking at this watch, and that's why I bought it, was because more of an accessory than an actual EDC item. I used to spin it around and then catch it in junior high, and then look at one of my male friends and I'll say, "Your mother was late." I didn't even know what that meant at the time. I just knew that people laughed when I said it. You know, pimp jokes. But this is like a $20 to $30 watch. This one goes on eBay. I don't know, there's some that are very similar to this on eBay for $300 to $500. This is my grandfather's watch. I'm not going to sell it. I actually need to take it to the watch repairman and get him to work on it a little bit. It'll keep time for the majority of the day, but at a full wind, it won't keep time for 24 hours. So I need to get that checked out. But that's it. I'm getting very interested in watches, and if you know any good watch channels that can explain the different mechanical things about watches and the terminology, I'll be really appreciative of it. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a lot about Roman numerals, about the methodology behind subtraction, and you know, the number 4 is very confusing because it's this symbol, the IV on the cover, but then it's 4 I's on the inside, so that can throw you off. And I wanted to kind of explain that, and that's it. I think it helps to read a watch if you can actually read the numeral as it is, as opposed to memorizing where it's located on the watch. So that's it. Hope y'all have a great day. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out.